Hey Kyle, I just wanted to go over your trade review from Friday on your UAL trade. Um, First of all, good job on it. I really understand it and like it. You were pretty much playing that range that it had created the last few days, um, and then it gave you that nice flush down to the bottom of the range, and then you played that kind of range support. So that's pretty cool. Um, I don't really have much to say about it, honestly, because I think you did a good job on it. Um, there was one thing you were talking about with the ATR, and you were wondering how high you could go. Well, I have been putting the ATR line in the pre-market for every trade that I do now, or any stock that I'm looking at. And for UAL, the day before that, it actually was $1.52. So I feel like it actually moved exactly how much it should have here. This is $1.50, this line here, and this is where you got in down here. This is a 10-minute chart, but um, this is $1.50, and you can see how the 2 days prior, especially this day before, it only moved like 60% of its ATR, and then on this day from low to high, like 75%. So after this this expansion down move, which was a bigger ATR, more than one ATR, like one and a half, it went to even less than an ATR. So I guess what I'm saying is like um, make sure to put the ATR here over here so you know exactly where it is. And then you can also see if that ATR aligns with a past level. I don't know if it did in this case, which actually maybe it did. It actually sort of lines up with this last kind of expansion that it did, and then it topped out right there for a day, and then kind of created value here on its last day of expanding here. So that lines up with that. But then again, it 47 is way down here, so that's also a good whole dollar number to end. But actually, ended at 47.50. So I don't know. You can kind of combine the ATR with other variables, but uh, the other thing to help with another variable to help with that is the RVOL, and I think looking at your chart here, it says UAL was 103% RVOL, which is actually pretty good. So I would say if you're playing a range bound trade from top to bottom and you get that really good entry, or you see it really bounce against the edge like that and then start to go in your direction, and then you have an RVOL of like 100%, basically, you're probably going to get that definitely to the top of the range, or maybe even, I think you're definitely going to get potential for a full ATR move, I guess is what I'm saying. Maybe put a little more weight on it, I guess. So, like, if our vol was 80%, 60%, you know what I mean? You might have gotten another kind of smaller day like this one, in which case, you're partial at 5680 or 4680 or 47, just somewhere around there would have been exactly like you did it. But I think maybe the RVOL being pretty high actually in relative terms, like it's high, I think, for a range bound trade. Because once you break out of that range, then you get that higher RVOL. So it's like almost on the cusp of like thinking about it. So maybe that 103% or 110% RVOL kind of gave it the juice to get to a full ATR and break out a little bit from this couple day range. Um, and then it eventually ran out of steam, but it got you a little more than a full ATR. And then, yeah, so, but that's all. That's just my thoughts on what I've been working on. And then of course you can do the ATR stop, which is about 15% of of your stop. Which in your case, if ATR is $1.50, that's 15 cents is 10%. So then 15 cent or 15% would be um, like 22 cents or something. I don't know. I need to figure out how to do that math, but something like that, somewhere right around there. So that's almost a full 10-minute hammer candle. So that's pretty nice, because it's like if you get in on the break of that 10-minute hammer candle for the bigger picture idea, your stop can still be underneath the candle for the most part and underneath the daily levels. And then when you do this 15%, it's like well, at 15, the 15% gives you like a 6R or more uh, ratio or fraction of it. So it's like 6 times or more. I have to figure that out, but that's all. But good job on your trade, and glad you got a good trade on Thursday to start off your weekend. Talk to you on Monday.